I'm so comfortable now in just creating stuff. So I was just standing. I guess I was just standing, and I was like, I had an idea to release a podcast episode on my birthday. Um, and that was going to be like just one episode I've like recorded. I recorded that episode since like May 14th. I haven't released it yet. So I was like, you know what, let me just release it on my birthday because I haven't actually created anything like the past week, or I haven't even posted anything in the past week. So as per exams, let me just put as per exams. It's not like as if I just disappear because I feel like disappearing. Because it'd be contradictory to like release a write up about resisting the urge to ghost and then now ghost. Because I think you get the point though. So I was like, instead of just releasing an episode, why don't I do a special episode? Just like the way I do like the New Year episodes where I just talk about what I learned for the New Year or like the writing and stuff. So why don't I just talk about what I learned um this past year? So why I want to just like say some stuff. I had the idea like a few minutes ago how I'm so awesome. Like I can commend myself right now that I'm a very awesome person, and I'm quite creative because I already have a script right in front of me. I'm looking at it right now. Um, so I wrote creative drought here. I don't really have a creative drought, but my idea was I said I wanted to take a break from like creating anything as for exams and the fact that I don't know anything and I need to read. And now I just had an idea, and now I wrote the script, and now I'm really creating it at this point. So I guess for anyone that is always looking for like what you want to do, um when you're looking for like a career path, or like you think you're not good at anything. I think we're all good at something. Maybe if it's talking, maybe you like to talk, you talk a lot. You're good at talking, I guess. You just probably have to work on your speech or like your articulation and stuff. And then from there, you could be like a you could be like a host or something. That's if it's talking, you like to talk. Um, but the main idea is that where I'm heading to it is that I was just standing, I had an idea to create something. I've written a script, yeah, I'm creating it, and you're going to be listening to it already. That means I've like completed the whole creative cycle in span of like minutes. So it's something that now comes to me like naturally, something that just comes to me naturally. Like, okay, bro, let's do this, let's do this. During my 1 week is at this point I'm recording this. It's been like a week since I haven't said anything. Um, during my 1 week, I already had like ideas of like podcast episodes, like podcast series, and like I haven't posted them yet. But I'm guessing when I'm done with the exams, I'll have time for that. So I guess the main idea is that anything you like, anything that occurs to you naturally is something that you should actually pursue. I guess that's just your mind telling you that this is it. This is what I should do right now. And you could also have professional stuff because I do software engineering. Some the code comes to me sometimes like as if I have like grand ideas. I think for me, software wise, I don't have these $1 million ideas like okay, shit, let's create a site to like adopt dogs or something. I didn't know maybe that's $1 billion idea. I'm not sure about that. But I'm usually very passionate in working on people's ideas, people that believe that their ideas are worth something, like they could impact people, or solve problems. I'm usually like interested in working on people's ideas, but I don't have my own personal standalone ideas in software. But like when it comes to like creating stuff like podcasts, videos, pictures, I usually just it just comes to me like straight up. I can see it. I look at it, it looks at me. I'm like, I already have the idea. When the idea comes to my mind, I'm like, let's do it. Let's just get it done. Let's get it done. So normally I would have written this, I just been like one so I've been like one blog post or something, like one article. And that would have been it, right? But I feel like this one was going to be like a podcasting because there isn't any script for it. And if I want to write, I have to like premeditate stuff. I have to like think about it deeply. I'm not in the mood to think about it deeply. I'm just in the mood to like flow with it. And any ideas you get from what I'm saying, then you get the idea. As I said earlier, I drafted the like a semi script so that I would know like where I'm heading to, what I'm going to say, because I just can't be saying anything, right? So as I was drafting the script, I was like, I was thinking about, I'm drafting the script. I was also thinking about the cover art for it, and I was like, I already had the cover art in mind, and I was like, and I was writing the script, and I was like, wow, I'm turning 20. I'm turning 20. That's a very big number. I know people that are older than me be like, bruh, you'll be fine, you'll be this, you'll be that. I don't know, but personally for me, I like to think I don't have a lot of time left. I might live to 80, I might live to 100, I might live to 30, I might live to 40. I never really know. You never really know, honestly. But I usually like to think that I'm getting old and I really don't have a lot of time left. For me, I feel it gives you a sense of urgency that makes you want to do stuff immediately. You know that when you think about it, or when you realize that you don't really have a lot of time. Like 19, I just turned 19 like how many months ago that I'm already turning 20. I couldn't even believe it. Like 2 months ago, I was like, okay, my birthday is coming. And now it's like I'm looking at it right now, like this is it. This is the birthday. This is the birthday. Like, and I mean, it's quite. I don't know. I don't share the feels yet. I'm not feeling. I don't feel like I want to cry right now, but I'm feeling nostalgic. I'm just feeling like, wow, I'm turning 20. How old? When last was I? Like, I was like 16 years old. Like, how many years ago? Like, how many minutes ago? I mean, how many months ago? I don't know. Personally, for me, I take time. I take time, or like I take age very personal. I take it very personal. For me, Sha, I like to look at it in a sense of opportunity. There's this book, the Daily Stoic. Marcus Aurelius. He wrote something about duty, about the human duty, and he was saying something about the idea of instead of looking at it like you have work to do, look at it like you have the opportunity to work. Like you've been given the opportunity to work. So like look at it now. I'm having exams now. I am very kind of blank. I know I will cover up, of course, because I'm just like books at my front because I'm supposed to be reading right now. I mean, I was reading right now before I said let me record a podcast. But the thing is that instead of me thinking that, oh my god, I have to write the exams, I have to go to school, I have to study this course, and I have to graduate, and I have to go and do NYSC. Instead of looking at it like that, you want to look at life as I've been given the opportunity to do this. I've been given the opportunity to study this. I've been given the opportunity to meet these people. I've been given the opportunity to know this, um, to talk about this topic extensively. And when you look at it, that instead of you being burdened by work, you're happy to do the work because you're being graced to it. Like you're happy to be alive because you know that it's an opportunity to do something. Well, it's an opportunity to do the work. So and I thought about it though, and I was like, yeah, and that's why I take time very very personal. A day goes by and I don't do anything important. So like I don't do something that I feel like I should have done. If it takes a toll on me, I don't feel too good about it. I'm like, man, we're getting old. We're getting old. Time is running out. For people that are listening to this, it might be like some people might be like, bro, it's the time. Some people might be like, some people might actually understand where I'm coming from and see the idea that you're going to close your eyes. You're going to close your eyes and you're going to wake up. And you're going to open your eyes. Or you're going to close your eyes. Or you're going to sleep. And you're going to wake up. And then you're going to realize that you're 30 years old. Or you're 40 years old. And then you look back at it and like, bruh, I am 30, I'm 40. And what do I have to show for it? Or Did I put in those hours? Did I do the work that I was supposed to do? Did I enjoy it? Did I um did I bask in it? And it's more of like the premise of my video series. I wanted to do vlogs. I have some vlogs already. I have like about 3 or 4 videos. I was supposed to release one. I was like planning that maybe after exam I'll just release a video. And I really like set it up on my timeline to like edit, but I haven't started editing it. So I've not been in the mental space for it. And the problem with the vlogs, it's not like as if I don't want to do vlogs, but the problem with the vlogs is that I'm too I'm too in the moment to capture videos. Like I'm really enjoying the moment, and maybe I've passed the moment and I realize that, oh shit, I should have been on the vlog. I should have taken a video of this or that. And I'm like, maybe now I think about it, maybe I might not do so much of video vlogs. I might not do like audio vlogs, I guess, or writing vlogs. Writing is quite hard. I don't know you guys understand that writing is very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult to write. So I could still probably like audio vlogs, or I can still do video vlogs, and then I'll do like some audio vlogs or something, like just highlighting any ideas I have or what I've learned. Like it should be like the unfiltered conversations, but it's just be short ideas, nothing too crazy. I just like 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 3 minutes. Instead of like putting it on my WhatsApp status, it just disappears. It just we can always come back to it. I guess, yeah. I think that's something I'll do. Yeah, that's something I'll do. So let me write it down. So I don't know, this episode is not supposed to be like anything. Um it's not supposed to be exciting, I won't lie to you. It's supposed to be um I keep saying it's supposed to be deep. It's supposed to be something that you like listen to in your quiet time, or maybe like in your commute, and you're not thinking about me personally, or like what I have to say, but you're thinking about, or how it relates to you, in the sense of like time running out, or having goals to achieve and everything. So personally, what have I been going through lately? I've been having this fear. I think it's general. It's just like what people are saying, like the more money you make when you're younger, the bigger the fear you have. I mean, I'm not a millionaire or anything, so but I just have a fear of failure. I have a fear of failure. Not like failure in like it's not like failure like I do a video series and then I feel like the video doesn't boom like that. It's not that kind of failure. I'm talking about failure in the long run. Failure in the sense that when I look back at it like 30, 40 years, and I know that not like I wanted to be like one crazy ass massive successful 10 million subscribers, but failure in the long run, that I look back at it and I'm like, I could have done more, I could have done better. I didn't do this, I didn't do that when I was supposed to do that. And that was like that's the idea of the failure for me. Or, like I had this immense potential and I didn't get there because I made a mistake, or I thought I wasn't enough. I relented, I didn't lock it in. So I didn't know, I've just been struggling with that. It's not like I've been struggling with it though, but it really is at the back of my mind, and it dictates my daily actions. It's not, it doesn't dictate my daily actions, but it dictates my life in a sense that I'm always reminded of the idea that if I don't push the P, if I don't do the work right now, I'm going to I'm going to face the repercussions of it along the line, later along the line. If I say I want to not do anything, like be like everybody else, go to raves, go to parties, and scroll on TikTok, do whatever our generation people does, and I just like, well, let me just leave the work. The work is going to sort itself, like I'll leave that to tomorrow me or whatever. And then I look back at it, just like what I said, you close your eyes, you open it, 5 years gone, 10 years gone. You're like, what did I actually do? What was I what was I planning? Like what was like my main idea here? What was my main motive? You see the amount of time you've wasted and everything. So I'm turning 20. I just remembered again, like it keeps dawning on me. I don't know, it keeps dawning on me the idea of getting old. I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of dying. It's like as if I'm afraid of death. Like I'm just I don't know, it's just a call, it's just a sense of urgency for me. I try to remind myself, just try to remind myself that I'm going to die anytime soon, anytime later. I don't know, it depends, and it just gives you this sense of urgency to like be in the moment, live those experiences and create what you want to create. You have an idea, you want to do something, just do it. Just do it. Just create it, release it, upload it wherever I want you to. Just get it over with. And one problem I've been having is finding it hard to be happy for people. Not like finding it hard to be happy for people in the sense that I'll go and sabotage people's lives or like sabotage people's opportunities, but in the sense of like I see somebody winning and it really hits me, especially when we are in the same space. Maybe like I see another software developer of my age bracket, doing stuff that it's not like necessarily I was dreaming about, but like doing stuff that I haven't done, or doing stuff that is like that's really 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 impressive, you know. And I was sitting down on the toilet today, and I was like, why am I unhappy for people? I think it's a very big problem to like it's not like as if I'm jealous. Am I jealous? I don't know. Am I jealous? Could I be jealous? I think it's more of like jealousy and the sense of that could be you. That could be you doing that shit. That could be you creating that product. That could be you going to that place. That could be you getting that job. That could be you speaking at that event. And for the most part, you really can't do everything. You can't be that guy that creates the product, that still speaks at the event, that still gets the job. In one way or the other, we all make some certain level of sacrifices, and you never really know the amount of sacrifices other people have made. You can only know the amount of sacrifices that you have made personally. So I want to say, can I give an analogy? I don't know. You want to just understand that you can't have everything, like I said, and there's like it's like a tit for tat thing. You'd have to sacrifice something. You have to gain something to lose something. You would have to lose something to gain something. Sorry. So I tend to remind myself that Jawa, like Jib the inspirer, like instead of you to be inspired by people's work, like you can inspire people but you can't be inspired. Like what's the problem, man? Why do you have a hard time like being happy for people that even if they're better than you, even if like they are younger than you and they're well achieved than you, like doesn't negate the fact that you should still be happy for them and still understand that as a stoic you need to get the idea that there's enough to go around. That people that deserve to make money, people that deserve to be at the top will get to the top, and there's enough space at the podium to go round for everyone. So I guess that's something I try to remind myself, just like the idea that I'm getting old, and I can bet you that in the next few weeks, few months, I'll probably get rid of that bad habit of seeing people win, and I'm like, as long as if I think about it, I'm like, I don't just feel. It's not like I'm like, oh, like let's go. I just like the pose. I'm like, okay, okay, and it powers up to our next, and you're like, man, what am I doing? But I guess the idea is that everyone has their own journey, everyone has their own path. And like I said, you don't know what anyone sacrifices. You don't even know what me I sacrificed to do this. Like somebody can be looking at me and be like, oh, Jabba is doing this, Jabba is doing that, but you don't know what me I sacrificed personally. And you don't even know if you can sacrifice that yourself. So I guess you just follow your own path, do your own thing, lock it in, focus on your own journey, focus on what you like, focus on what you're trying to achieve. And I think you'll be fine. I think you'll be fine. So my next part of the script, the idea of setting goals. So I mean, you would expect it from me that I've already written like what I wanted to achieve like when I was 19, or like my goal for 20. Back then I didn't look at it quite It wasn't something I was thinking about like quite deeply, quite profound. But let me look. Let me even find it. So I was looking at it somewhere. Yeah, yeah. To look at it here. Okay. I think I have a quote from NF here, so I'm not going to say it. It's not about what people think, it's about what you feel inside. Don't let your fear destroy you. I guess that's something to think about. It's not about what you feel, it's not about what people think, it's about what you feel inside. And don't let your fear destroy you. So, yeah. Um, I'm going to read what I wrote here. I turned 19 today, my goals and what I learned from it. Saying I overcame my shyness. Good. I mean, yeah, I actually overcame my shyness when I was 18. Did I? I think so. I mean, I wrote it down, so I mean, yeah. Learns the value of connections and friendships, balance life with philosophy. I mean, that's what I achieved at 18. That's a pretty short. That's a pretty short list. I mean, but I guess that's what I wrote there. So, goals for 20: focus on yourself and your goals completely. Be fit physically and mentally. Work on your public speaking, leadership skills, and confidence. Work on your graphic design and UI UX. This one has a backstory to it. Work on your speech and articulation. Work on your philosophy and spirituality. Push ups every day without failure. I tried for this, but I don't know. I wasn't consistent with it, honestly. It's like an on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. Like 1 month on, 1 month off, 1 month on, 1 month off. Take a shower every day. I don't know why I wrote this. Yeah, I guess I wasn't taking a shower every day, but now I do. Groom yourself and daily journals. I don't daily journal actually. I said I wanted to daily journal with my. So I wanted to record like an audio every night. I did that for like maybe 2 or 3 days, and I've forgotten. Now I remember. I probably have to like set a calendar event for that to remind me of it. And then work with time, schedule things, and organize your life. So I didn't know the way I personally set goals. I don't set like concrete goals. I don't set like goals that you be like, okay, Joba, by your 20, you should have made a 1 million naira. Like, I mean, the people say like when you set those kind of goals that you actually achieve them. But I mean, I have this idea of uncertainty. I don't want to get disappointed, I guess. So I usually set like flexible goals. Goals are, if you hit it, if you're midway, if you try, at least even if you try, you're like, you still look at it like, okay, yeah, I mean, I did something. I mean, those are my goals. The idea of the work on your graphics designing, I always, somebody was telling me that I wasn't a good designer, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to dedicate 1 year of my life to learn design. I didn't dedicate 1 year of my life to learn design, but I think I'm a better designer now. But it's not like as if I'm like pursuing design as a career. So design is just like an extra skill I have. But I mean, those are my goals for 20. I don't think I don't I did mostly relatively almost everything. I mean, I attempted everything. Let's put it like that. I attempted everything. Like the work on your public speaking, leadership skills. I mean, I attempted that. Speech and articulation, attempted that. Philosophy, spirituality, that. Take a shower. I'm like personal grooming. Yeah. Daily journals. I mean, I attempted that too. Push-ups every day. I attempted that. I mean, I think I attempted everything on my goals list. So I mean, big ups for me. But I just wanted to read that out for for me personally, I guess. But the idea of setting goals is more of like just like what I said. Personally, for me though, I don't know who's right, who's wrong. I just like to set flexible goals, and if that's what you want to do, you can do that. I don't know, it makes you feel better. It makes you feel like at least you tried, and for the most part, trying is better than not doing it at all, or like having this concrete limit, and then you're like, I didn't get there, and fuck, I failed. Um, so that's something to keep in mind. So personally, for me, what did I achieve this past year? Uh, I didn't release. I had like a podcast drought from. I think I dropped one podcast June 27. That was like it's completely worth it. But that podcast episode I very like recorded is in like March. So I think the last time I actually like dropped something important was like the art of being calm. That was like March or something. Then I was like, I don't like the way my podcast sounds and everything. So I didn't record a podcast for like 7 or 8 months, and I vexed in November after like collecting feedback from people, and I'm like, people are like, the podcast is nice and everything. Like, why are you slacking off from wherever? So I was like, you know what, I'm coming back again, and then I dropped like 3 episodes December around that December time. Dropped the art of purpose. I dropped some episodes to like February, March. The importance of taking risks. Um, the art of composure. There's this pure focus series I can't remember. So how am I feeling about it? How am I feeling about this new year? I mean, I'm already in like like 2 decades already. So I'm getting old. I keep I keep highlighting that, but I'm I would like to say I'm quite excited. I'm just I'm going to play it out. Could like continue putting in the effort and like locking in, um, chasing new experiences and new barriers or frontiers. Just taking in life, and creating stuff. Just doing the work. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to doing the important work. Exactly. I can put it like that. Looking forward to doing the important work. And I talked about the fear of change and fear of getting old. Um, why I tell myself I'm old every day. And what did I learn this past year? I mean, personally, if I want to say something like this, I would have written it down like a minute or two, like days ahead, and I'd have scripted it. But now, what did I learn this past year? Um, my dad sent me something earlier, like last month. He was saying something about that being alone doesn't mean you're lonely. So that's one thing I learned. That I've been in like my own space lately for like some months now, and for the most part, I'm quite chill. Just focused creating stuff, and I have a lot of time to myself. I think the woman isn't really shocking me anymore. Like the idea of women isn't. I don't know. I'm not phased anymore. I guess before I used to be phased by the opposite gender, but now I'm just calm. Like I'm not even looking for anything. That's where it now startles me. Like I'm not even looking for anything. I'm not expecting anything. I'm just there. I'm just like what that Skepta song. Like I'm just living the life of the young and the gifted. Just chilling, creating stuff. Yeah, if I have an idea of something I like, I create it. Building stuff. Taking in experiences. Sharing my ideas. That's just really where I am, honestly. Learn some other stuff, the art of composure. The art of composure is a very big deal for me. It's a very big deal, actually. The art of composure, like learning how to be composed in certain situations. I feel I've become a lot more calmer. Just usually, my baseline mood is like just calm and cool, nothing really crazy. So I think that was something that I learned this past year. I learned how to cut people off. I actually don't cut people off that much. There are people that like cut people off every year or every day or every month. They're like they may afraid to cut people off. But I can count like I haven't got like up to like 10 people off in my life. So like the idea of cutting people off is um it's not really a challenge for me. Like if you're not aligning with where I'm at the moment, I'll cut you off. But sometimes like the idea of when people say cut people off, like you also want to analyze like are you the problem? Because most times you're kind of the problem or you're adding to the problem. So I mean, don't be afraid to cut people off too, but also look at it like maybe they should be the ones cutting you off because you are the problem. Like you cancer or something that they need to get rid of. Um, the also what I also learned was like the learning how to live with uncertainty. I wrote about. I think that was the first thing I wrote this year when I was like I was afraid I would never take good pictures again and I would never make it and I would end up being a failure and everything. and I learned how to live with uncertainty because at the end of the day, like nothing's ever going to be certain. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it, but I'm going to try it that way. And it's something that you have to live with, and it's something that I made peace with and understood that there was something I wrote on my status was that the fact that I have bad days, I'm feeling shitty, I give up, and I still come back to come and do the work. I feel like ghosting, I feel like giving up, but I keep coming back and I keep coming back to do the work, and I do the work very well. And for that, I feel that I would actually succeed. And I actually quite believe in it. The idea that I keep coming back for more pain. I keep getting that pain, and I keep coming back, and I keep coming back, and I keep coming back for more pain. I think I think I'll be fine. So that's just like my own antidote to uncertainty. Just understanding that at the end of the day, I personally would always be fine. And for you, it could be something different. It could be um planning goals long term. It could be looking at life differently. I don't know. It could be astrology. It could be Cancer. It could be your Scorpios, whatever you guys you guys do. But my own idea is just the fact that I keep coming back for more pain. The fact that a person can fail, lose, fall down, and still stand up to push that P. And I feel that that person will succeed at the end of the day. So that's my own personal philosophy. So technically, this recording, when I realized that it's actually just for me. It's like an audio entry for me, for me to look back at it. Like instead of like writing inside a book this time, I recorded it this time for me to look back at it when I'm 21. By the grace of God, when I'm 21, and I'm like, so this is how I felt when I was 20. Like, Java, like broski, man. So somehow this is all for me, but you could also learn from it too. Because I won't say it's personal, but I mean, I didn't say anything crazy. So my plan for the next year, I mean, I think I already said that, just excited to do the work, excited to be a human being and to be a human being, to be a creative, to have the opportunity to do important stuff with important people for important moments. I think I messed that one up. Okay. Um, I think the main idea is having being grateful for doing important work with important people um while we're working on important projects that like affect society or something. I see mess that one up, but let's leave it at that. I guess the idea is just I'm just excited to create, to get those experiences in. And yeah, that's my plan for the next year. Just keep creating, keep building, keep learning, keep looking for opportunities out there, keep putting myself in the craziest situations possible, and get good experiences from them. Like just get experiences, mistakes, learn, feel, try, whatever. You shoot the shots, you miss it, you shoot again, and keep shooting and keep shooting. So that's my plan for the next year. Just pushing the P, locking in properly, like locking in with like padlock and chain. When you lock in, you could be like, okay, handshake. But this one, like you lock it in, like let me give stupid analogies, but you get my point. So talk about the fear of uncertainty, the idea of sharing experiences. Okay, the idea of sharing experiences. I recorded an episode on future conversations. That would probably be the episode before this one. Where there was this guy that was talking about Israel, was talking about how if he doesn't do the work, another person will do it. And I was like, another person will do your work, but it won't be the way he did it. Like if Steve Jobs and Steven Wozniak didn't create Apple, there will always be another technology company that will have like $1 trillion valuation. There will always be Microsoft, there will always be Facebook or whatever. Maybe it could have been Pierre, it could have been it's just like somebody say like it might not have been Apple, it could have been Pierre or like banana or something. But the idea is that it wouldn't be Apple. They wouldn't have created it the way Apple would have created that stuff. So as much as you think that you do not matter or you like your idea is like one in a million ideas, everybody has the same idea as you. But not everybody's going to create it like the way you're going to create it. I mean a lot of people have ideas of podcasts where you talk about life and philosophy and self improvement and this. but nobody's going to create it the way I will create it, and I'm not going to create mine the way they will create theirs. So the idea of sharing experiences, you learn something, you share it. I learned something. I try to write it sometimes on my status, but I don't like writing on my status so much because it doesn't persist. I like to write in places where I know that I can look back at it, or like it could be shared with multiple people. But I know that like status you can actually share with people. So I just like sharing experiences, yeah, podcasts, videos, pictures. Pictures is like a way of sharing experiences, like sharing a certain emotion, and that pictures are like something I hold dear to, honestly. Um, and yeah, just the idea of sharing experiences. I just like sharing experiences. I don't know why, and I feel that is a good thing for me personally to share my own experiences, and not only for you, for me, maybe along the line when I want to look back at it, so like for the next generation, like for people, just at least I'm putting out something into the world, and people are going to benefit from it one way or another someday, somehow. And just like what I said, I have a problem with the vlogs because I'm usually too in the moment. I'm usually in the moment most of the times. So I usually don't have the time. I don't remember. I was like, oh shit, let me take a video of this, let me take a video of that. So the vlogs, I don't know. Unless I can get used to cleaning up my camera and taking videos of stuff. I mean, I don't know about it, but so yeah, let's keep things short. This episode will probably be like a 40 minute episode at this point. So maybe I'll cut stuff, maybe I'll just leave it because I mean at the end of the day I said I was recording it for me and for anybody that wants to learn from it. So and I wrote something here. Happy birthday to you, to me, Jabba, more wins. And if you listen to this when you're 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, keep it pushing, never close up and never give up on the dreams.